flexibility is nice. Alright, just go to 3 so we can get 2 stars. Very cool. Damn, these are actually just terrible. Well. Okay, huh. That's a 5-on-5 Barov. This kind of screams level, doesn't it? If he does not triple, we should level. If he does triple, we're gonna take Alley or the Arm of the Empire and the Rat Pack. There's no way he can triple, right? Like, you would have to get every gamble right and get all economy units, and I don't think you can even do that. Like, turn 1 gamble correctly, turn 2 gamble correctly, like turn 1 get economy, gamble, and then just leveled on... Get a level on 2, 3, 4, 5 for this to be possible. Which means you can't even buy a minion turn 2. Nice minions too. 5-on-5. Barov is fair. Damn. These things suck. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Probably should just do this. Probably. Saw Mad Lad Sleepy go 6-on-6 on Barrel about a week or so ago. Only had a droplet on board. I combined all your statements together. Didn't end well. Yeah, I love Barov, but 6-on-6 seems a bit much. We went through the stats yesterday. Barov is still our highest win rate hero. Love this hero. Why is it so good? We've played 7 games with a 2.0 average on Barov this season. Seems decent. Seems okay. And Barrov's just one of those heroes that heavily rewards being able to predict board strengths. Easy clap. Hard counter. How dare you have a spawn and a bird on the board? We'll just have Illidan hero power. Dude, what terrible hits. Alright, 50-50 me. Alright, he almost did it. He had a coin flip to get the 2.7. But we get to go to 5 aggressively. This is really, really good for tempo. I see. Maybe not. I think I like this better. Buffing the minions that are on the board over buffing the salty looter. Interesting. Shouldn't be a ton of reason to bump. Should have done that before the jug. I forgot I had the hero power for a second there. Kinda fell asleep at the wheel for a small moment there. But definitely should have hero powered before jug. Should have hero powered when I only had 5 minions on the board. You, or 4. Not the little salty looter. These things are way more permanent than anything else. Yeah, this was a scary turn. He leveled the 6. Or leveled the 5, tripled into a 6. As a Zarella, you're still really strong on the turn you take the triple. I might as well just play toward an out that was consistent stats, instead of limping up and doing nothing for the turn. We can pressure the Zarella a little bit too. I see. Hey, a 6-star. Meh. Don't really care about Rip Snarl. Not good enough to buy and then hero power and have to triple sell. I mean, I'm gonna take it. You could argue Reef Explorer. Cycle. We could argue using the coin to play the strong arm. It is an additional 2/2 here, but it's an additional 1/1 from the Reef, and you don't use the coin. But we don't use the minion here. Macaw can be useful at a later point over the coin. This thing gives a 1/1 buff. It also triggers both salty looters, so you get 3/3 extra there. But the extra value of the Reef Explorer is that you get 2 minions for Peggy to give a 2/2. Plus the 1 value, the 1 gold. So you have to make an argument that 2/2 stats is worth a gold at this point in the game, and it typically isn't. Shouldn't be a lot of risk of Divine Shields. Oh, 2 triples in the 6-star this turn. Very good for you. Good for you. Good for you, Millhouse. This isn't the worst hit. Like, we obviously want Eliza or something like that. That's amazing direction. But Imp Mama, if you talk about random 6-stars that exist in the pool, Imp Mama's pretty damn good. Let's move this ever so slightly up. That way, if I cursor over this, you can read all of the tribes. Yeah, very scary, but at least we're strong right now. It's a one redeeming factor for where we are in this game, is that we do have a lot of board strength. We may not have direction, we may not have future, but at least we're strong. Who knows what the future holds? Like, Hogger's still our best hit, right? Gross. We're not leveling the 6. We could hero power any 5. Same logic on Reef Explorer. We have a Naga on the board, but we can sell the Naga. Makes the quality of the Reef Explorer a lot higher. Selfless? We kind of have to do this kind of stuff right now. As shitty as it feels, guess we just hero power 5. We could hero power 3 and just look for salty. Then we think our out is methods of getting to Eliza. We have 2 rounds to do it. Okay. There's a Hogger. Should definitely consider the Hogger. These things don't do anything. We should consider that the Hogger is a Hogger. How do you feel about Reef Explorer? Seems terrible. card is only good on Gallywix if you have Bran on the board, or if you have a reason to cycle something for a card and you're fishing for something. I don't think it needs to be in the game. I think it should probably be removed from the game even. Like, the card itself is not a healthy card. Yeah. This is big tempo board. We did not get offered big tempo. Savjz. I had double Golden Hogger the other day. It felt so bad with server lag. Yeah, we've played like a handful, 5-ish APM Pirate games so far. They work. They're not great. Pirate Party? Reborn's pretty good too. Oh man. We gotta make sure we don't die here, because Barov is nasty, and that means this guy could be any strength. Same deal with Reef Explorer again. It's a 2/2 buff for 1 gold. Same logic. I don't know if this actually leaves. I may just sell Hogger immediately. Cool card. No. All right. So we got a couple good tech pieces. We get 1 good minion here. We're not really APM. Like, this isn't gonna turn the corner. It's way too late. Turn 10 getting 1 Hogger does not dictate that we play APM Pirates. But it did give us a line that gave us quite a few stats here. Gave us a discovery or a random pirate that in turn gave us stats from Peggy and Salty, etc, etc. Such APM? I mean, we're not trying to APM. We shouldn't. We know how long this game is, and now we're dead. Interesting. If we were APM, the Edwin hero power is really cool. No way we're selling through for this, right? We're just gonna take the stats, throw it on the board, and that's as good as it gets. That one's gonna happen too. Which means we're done. Okay. Should get this off the board before I played the battle cry. I suppose if we really wanted absolute max stats, we could sell both of these to cycle through for another 2/2. Didn't really consider that was a viable way to put an additional 2/2 on the board, was cycle anything and everything. I mean, Infinite requires like 4 more Hoggers, so we're about a Tony and a Dream away, so not happening. We're also fighting Barov, who is 15 on damage cap and then 23 the next person. This was the 5-on-5 board, remember? Like, we know where we are in this game. This is not a viable... There's no viable direction here that gets long enough into the game that can play APM Pirates. So we pivot down and we give ourselves the best chance to survive 1 more turn. That's the only goal. That we play to our outs. Sefin is in the taunt position. Oh, you're saying position 7, Keck W? Good first hit. Acceptable, I suppose? That's a good hit. Easy clap. Don't mind me. Just over here surviving. Hell yeah. I love it. I didn't expect to get bad at that round. Alright, we should look at his board. We can consider Mantid here. Alright. It's a pirate. Or Mantid, what am I saying? Amalgam. This is a Mantid. Argus is one of the best hits in the game. Any pirate is a 4/4 buff. If we buy it here. I don't think we value a couple stats that highly. Little Taunt. Reborn for Amalgam, but like it's too far away. Can't sell 2 this turn. Alright. It's kinda an Argus. It's almost an Argus. Oh man, 4 triples. Don't know what this board is, but he beat the big tempo beast board. But these are both just tempo beast boards. Like, this meta feels super healthy from the standpoint of diversity of board states. It feels... A lot of people that are on Twitter know my opinion on this one from yesterday, where I posted something about showing the HS replay data for like how close heroes are to each other. Heroes are doing really well, especially for the general population of players, in terms of like the weakest and the absolute weakest, I should do at the bottom, and the absolute best hero are 1.0 average away from each other. We've never ever had anywhere close to that level of balance in the history of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Now that being said, the fun factor of the majority of heroes is really low right now. Like, it is so hard to enjoy playing heroes like, you know, Rokara, who is a good hero, a playable hero right now. But like, do I want to play a Rokara game? No, not at all. Do I really want to play like a mid-game tempo-oriented like Lich King game? Not really. That minions and minions and triples matter way more than your hero choice. Now, don't get me wrong, at high MMR that doesn't quite hold, that it polarizes more as people optimize, right? I'm just gonna take the potential that we get a whelp. That'll be useful. We'll pick this up. We still want an Argus. If we get this triple, we can reborn here. In the long run, that could be the difference. We're edging balance. We're close. We got our Mantid. We really want an Argus. My local meta, tell me more. Local meta. If we wanted to get poison procs, Voidlord's pretty cool. It's still like Argus is the best hit in the game. Sephin. These guys are both... maybe not. This guy's Murlocs, actually. Pivoted toward Murloc. Never mind. We don't need the Sephin. This is effectively a poison. Everything else is poison. Leeroys are going to have to take their place. It's not like we're playing a selfless board now. Or be in their place. Occupy this place. Wording. A little bit of a cleave issue here. I really just want this poison hit. Then we can maybe beat the final Murloc board. But yeah, we turned this holy shit, holy fuck, we don't have anything on Tavern 5. Picked up a Hogger game into a top 3. Now we're pivoting toward a potential top 1. Hey, what's up, Bruno? How's it going? There's the cleave. Nice. That was the better cleave. 26 to die to the ghost. Not surprising. It's mostly this right here. That's the problem. That's a pretty good hit. Too bad he didn't hit left, but still. 36 health and a 3-1 to be able to clear Reborn Coiler. Dude, our whelp. You beautiful whelp, saving us 7 health. That little whelp there. Oh, man. We would have tied the ghost instead of winning if it wasn't for this little whelp. Scary. A Reborn Coiler is nasty against poison scam boards. So Argus is the best hit. We should fish for it. Lets us know early in the turn if we do get the Argus to pick up something else that needs to occupy a board space. Like if we Argused up the double Mantid Queen and we had the Leeroys, we could take this and just replace it with a Murloc. I guess this is the cheapest Murloc in the game. So if we find an Argus, we could debate it, whether or not that would be worthwhile. Leeroy triple? Sounds awesome. 5 Murlocs. Do we assume that he... Yeah, we're not going to lead with Leeroy, right? You're going to lead with, like, the Salty Looter or something? We also would really like this thing to die at some point before Sephin. We really wanted to die potentially with the as the third thing to die. So like this value trades, he hits something in here, this thing dies, this hits, and then he kills something on the board. And then Sephin re-poisons the Amalgam. It's such a delicate balance to get this thing to get a re-poison. I'm going to assume one of these things is dead before that point. Zap? Zap doesn't do anything. Taunted minion is not poisonous. That's not shocking with the prevalence of Leeroy in the game right now. Number 3. Number 4. Reborn. Procs. We need one more thing to die before it. Can be Leeroys and Mantids as well. It's a 5 Murloc board. I don't value Leeroy being on that board or Mantid very highly. And it being taunted too isn't that big of a deal. Like, you gotta make an argument that it's better to suicide something else that is effectively poison off in position 1 against the Murloc board. I imagine most taunted things are generally speaking like Selfless Hero or a minion that's not Divine Shielded on that kind of board. If it's a taunt Divine Shield like a Mantid, then Leeroy first is gonna be better. But I think it's more likely that he has something taunted that is not poisonous. Being like, you know, if you taunted a Murloc early and you had a Sephin board, then this thing can value trade and get us an extra hit. Just my current judgment call on it. I'm not sure if it's right or wrong logic, honestly. Like, generally speaking, the taunted thing is the one that does not usually 1-for-1 things. He taunts up a Leeroy or he has a Mantid with Divine Shield taunt, then obviously this sucks. We'd rather this be there. But these are all just, they're all poison. Everything here is effectively poison. It's a question of like, do you want the highest health thing to hit into a taunt or not into a taunt? Good shit. What's the best counter to scam? Well, one Reborn Coiler almost killed us from the ghost, remember? The best thing to beat scam right now is, generally speaking, Death Rattle builds. Yeah, or Cleave. Yeah, Cleave, better scam, or just Reborn Coiler and shit. I think Selfless or Ghoul was the most common taunts.